Hi guys and welcome back to Scribe Gaming. I'm your man Scribe and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Alrighty, this is Smudge, he is the GAC Whisperer, and his presence means that we are going to go through round 2 of GAC 3v3. Let's get into it. Okay, so before we get started, I want to go through a quick overview of my opponent's defenses. Let's just give this a little play so we can go through and we'll see why did I choose these teams. Okay, so in the top section, we've got Geos, which is pretty standard. We've got Nightsisters, 2 sets of Nightsisters, pretty standard. I feel like I can probably get some good banners, some solos. The team to worry about there is that CLS team with 2PO and C3PO. In the southern section, again, nothing particularly tough. A couple of first order teams and a Mon Mothma teams. These are relatively standard defenses and absolutely nothing to worry about. The main thing for me is that there were no GLs on defense. So we'll go straight into it. Unfortunately, I didn't record the first battle correctly, so I'm stripping this from a live stream. But Jedi Knight Luke and Hoda going up against First Order is a very easy battle. I do it all the time, guys. You can do it against a full squad of 5. It's really no real brain. Even in 3v3, you can take in just a Luke solo. But honestly, guys, just for the one extra banner for going in Luke solo, I don't think it's worth the risk. Just take in Hermit Yoda there, and you can still get maximum banners, so long as you time Hermit Yoda's big heal for his second move after he uses Master Training. So we use it now, that gives him foresight, he comes out of stealth, and that just gives you the guarantee of if they do go to hit him, they're gonna miss. Okay, so 55 banners, easy first battle. For our second battle, guys, I decided going with Vader and Watt to take out that Mon Mothma team. I don't feel like I need Vader for any sort of GL counter in case he's hiding on the back wall, and this should be pretty good banners. The strategy here is very simple, guys. Weapons tech on Vader, you go straight into Merciless. I use the second special here from Watt to give us some protection recovery in case they try and strip some banners, which is highly likely. We land the Crush on Wedge and we yeet Biggs out. He gains that bonus TM. Unfortunately, we didn't one-shot the Wedge there. If we would have gained an extra banner in that battle. Unfortunately, we dropped protection banners, but still 54 is okay. Okay, so for the next battle, we're going up against the Phasma lead First Order. I decided to go in with the Res Hero Brothers. I didn't want to waste anything too powerful here, guys. I wanted to open up that back wall section so we can plot the rest of our offense. So this is a bit of a no-brainer. There's a lot of damage on this First Order team, but I feel like just going in with the Res Hero Bros, dropping out the OG Finn lead, just to try and maintain a little bit of extra banners. Phasma has that AoE. I didn't want to lose additional banners by taking in a third character, and there's a decent amount of recovery on these guys. So just 2 Res Hero Bros, control that Fox, make sure he doesn't get any hits off because he's got good damage, and then hopefully we don't lose all of our protection. 53 banners, I'll take that. So, quick interlude here, guys. We check out the back section of this guy's defense. This lets us plot the rest of the offense. So, I'm taking a look here and I'm thinking, wow, this guy saved a lot for offense. He has not gone defense heavy at all. So I've got to be thinking about being very banner efficient going forward. We've been okay so far, but we could certainly be better. You know, we've got Dooku with Nest, with B2 and the Droideka. It's kind of like okay. We've got a GG team which tends to steal banners, but I feel like we should be okay with that. Bossk with Bounty Hunters, nothing to worry about there. Okay, so my thought process now is I want to go up north because I want to deal with a tough team that is that CLS team. So we're going to do that battle first, and we're going to take in the usual comp, which is the JTR droids. So we're taking in JTR with BB-8 and R2-D2. Now, I check over the stats here, just want to check I've got potency modded JTR. Very important to have potency modded for it if you want to run for this counter, because if your opponent has decided to go for a very high tenacity on their 2PO, this counter will not work. Luckily for me, this guy has not modded his 2PO for tenacity. He's got, what, 59.5% tenacity, not a big deal, we should be okay. However, guys, I will say a word of caution. There is an element of RNG in this counter. It is not a guaranteed success. I took it, and I probably didn't have to risk it, but I thought we're going to go for it because I want to keep training myself in this counter. So I like to bring the focus onto BB-8 because he's got the recovery, he has that foresight. You immediately have to daze 2PO to stop him getting those assists, and then it's just a case of let's hopefully call the assist on R2-D2, get a stun. No luck. So again, I try for the stun, but there's only an 85% chance of it actually happening. It didn't happen, so no stun on 2PO, which is terrible. because he can deal so much damage, guys. So we keep the focus on Chupio, and then we try for the stun again. Dodged. Well, sorry, he had blind at the moment. So we get the wave down. We need that daze on Chupio, otherwise they're just going to tear through us. At this point, it's looking pretty bad, especially with the second dodge there. This looks terrible, but we cleanse the debuffs, hit Chewie, and then we think we've really got to kill him. I decide to try and go for the stun on Chewie here instead of hiding people, simply because R2-D2 had buff immunity, he wouldn't be able to hide himself. And then this is where it kind of goes wrong. We get a double tap on R2-D2, kills R2-D2. We get another dodge on Chupio, and I'm fuming at this point, to be honest, guys. I said before, this guy saved a lot for offense. We needed good banners to get the win, but looks like we're going to get the win for this battle. It's just not going to be great banners. I was very frustrated here. We nearly kill CLS again, but yeah, he survives one extra hit. 49 banners. Terrible. Next up, guys, we decide to go for a tried and trusted, very easy counter. You've seen it here on the Scribe Tribe before. It's the counter that everybody uses for Geos, more or less. Just a Traya Scion to take on his relic Geos. Now, there's only relics on the GBA and the Spy, which is kind of the ones that you want to have relict, and he's taken in Soldier as a third. Nothing wrong with that. That's the additional TM train. Soldier is probably a better character to use if you're going to be using your Traya, because that gives them an extra bit of TM. So it just lets them constantly attack a little bit more, draining their max health. Always get that isolate off on the Brute, and then just try and recover banners if you can. Unfortunately, we have lost max protection banners on Traya, but still, this is going to be good banners regardless. We get the Held by Hatred, always get the Held by Hatred, guys. Recovers your health, gives you a bonus turn, gets you plus 100% offense on your Scion. So we've yeeted out the Geo Spy there, the Geo Soldier, and now we just got the Brute and the Spy left. But our crit avoidance Scion has got nothing to fear here. Just left with the Spy at the moment, and Traya mollywops, and Scion gets the kill. 53 banners, we only dropped 2 banners there, I'm okay with it. So the next one, guys, I decide to go up against the Mother Talzin-led Nightsisters. I've seen the back wall, I know I don't need my gas, so I want to get good banner recovery here. We lost 49, we took 49 against that CLS team. I want to make sure that I get some good banner wins now. So we go straight for Mother Talzin, get her out, Nightsister Spirit gets countered. We lose our max protections, which is unfortunate, but our health steal guarantees that we maintain full health. 55 banners after today's battles I will take. Next up on the list, guys, we are going up against the other Nightsister team to try and clear our way through to Fleet, and I decided to take a little bit of a risk here. I didn't think it was a massive risk, but just taking in Padme and JKA instead of throwing in like GK or Ahsoka as well, I figured I could save some banners there. Padme typically doesn't have good banner victories, so if I take in just 2 characters and we maintain max health, that means we are still going to save the banners from them hitting a 3rd character and losing max protection banners there. Is it worth it on the whole? I don't know, but I was fairly confident that we wouldn't lose this battle. We definitely would not get the max protection, but not taking in that 3rd character means we don't lose an additional banner. That was my thinking anyway. So the idea here, guys, just control Asajj Ventress because she's got that Dispel, she's got that stun. Once we've chewed through the 2 sacrifices, I just want to kill what I can. Anakin's got the strength to sort of plow through, and there's no revives for this team. So nearly killed Asajj there. We get the kick on her just to secure it. And yeah, we lost a little bit of health there on Padme, but we still had the full health unit. So 53 with a Padme team against Nightsisters. I thought that was good. So we clear through to Fleet section, guys. We take a look. We see that that's immediately the Chimera, I believe. No, sorry, it's the Executrix and the Home One. So he saved both of his Get 2 fleets for offense, which means he's definitely going for high banner efficiency. So I decided to take out the next most important team, the ones that are really going to steal the banners, and that's going to be the General Grievous team with B1 and Magna Guard. I decided I want to try and get some banner recovery and not have to use my JML. So we go in with Jedi Knight Revan, Yoda, and Jolie Bindo. I just wanted to think maybe we can recover some banners here. It doesn't quite work out, guys. This is a very standard sort of defense, or a standard offense anyway. I decided not to direct focus B1. I want to wait for Grievous to come out of stealth so we can just direct focus him at the start. I'm feeding all the additional turns to GMY because he gains an additional 40% TM whenever you attack someone that's got over 50% health. B1 always has 100% health because he's only got 1 health. So we're always gaining that bonus. Soon as we can, mark General Grievous, we want to try and get him out as soon as possible. Do the big hit to reduce his TM, and then I'm just looking, let's try and get some additional TM on GMY there and just plow into Grievous. Try and take him out before he takes another turn. We get additional TM when Revan is attacking a marked character. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get the kill on Grievous there, and we lost a lot of health and protection on Jolee. I swapped the turn meter over to GMY here just to keep the offense up, spread some of those buffs, and then remark Grievous. In hindsight, it probably would have been smarter to maybe let Jolee trigger Sacrifice, because we didn't trigger Sacrifice yet. It would have been easier to recover banners. We had Foresight up there, so B1's AoE missed. And then I'm just looking to try and take out B1 before he takes another turn. Unfortunately, we've lost 3 banners here. There's no way for me to recover the protection that I've lost, but it is what it is. I'm a little bit frustrated here, but 51 will have to do. We dropped 3 banners on that particular battle. So I decided to take in a Jedi Master Luke Solo as the next one in order to try and, like I said, recover those additional banners. We're going to take this one up against the Nest team that's got the Nute Gunray lead. So we start off with an F-Lux because I want that bonus TM. Unfortunately, Nute Gunray did dodge, so I decided to increase his cooldown so he doesn't extort me at the start. We get 1 kill there. Because he was dazed, he doesn't immediately take a bonus turn. Pro tip. Here, we just yeet Memphis Nest out of it. He does get 1 of his extortions off, but I'm not too disappointed because we need that Jango Fett to take a turn so that he doesn't have damage immunity. We increase his cooldown so he doesn't have a big rocket. 1-shot him from full health, 1-shot him from full health. 56 banners, brilliant success there, I thought, guys. So next up is the Dooku team, guys, and I decided to go in with a Bastila lead with GK and Ahsoka. I thought there's lots of dispels here. We've got the bonus health, the bonus protection from Bastila's lead. So I thought we'll use Ahsoka as our offense. We'll buff her up, go straight for B2. Once he's out of there, we just worry about Droideka and Dooku. Using Ahsoka's basic, I want to get rid of Droideka's shield all the time to stop him from getting that assist. And then we just try and go ham. Hopefully, the bonus protection that we've got is going to be enough. Land the ability block on the B2, and then just keep going, keep hitting. Obviously, there's the extra damage from Ahsoka's special because GK is in the team. GK is passing some foresight, taunting, etc. Just trying to maintain. He is an R8 GK, so he's got a lot of health, a lot of protection, a lot of bonus protection because he's modded for Padme lead, which is going to translate into lots and lots of bonus protection. Bonus protection is based on your max health, and obviously for a Padme lead, you want your GK having lots and lots of health. So we just swarm the Droideka now. The ability block is going to stop him from rolling again, which is great, but we do have to be worried about his evasion. As you can see, he's dodging. The idea is when he's got the shield up, you want to use the stun here. If you land the stun, he can no longer evade. Stunned characters can never evade, guys. So now we've just got Dooku and Droideka. Droideka's about to bite it. Now, obviously, Dooku does counterattack constantly, but so far, we've still got all our bonus protection. We've controlled the situation very well. We haven't let them have lots of bonus turns on B2. We haven't let Droideka have lots of assists. We tried to get the stun there on Dooku, but it turns out that Dooku was squish. 54 banners, Ahsoka with the kill. So we've got one final team now, guys. I decided to go in with Shaak Ti clones. I figured there isn't a whole lot of offense on this team. Sure, the Bossk is relict, but I figured that the rest of them don't have a lot of offense, and my clones are in really good shape. So I go in with Shaak Ti, Rex, and 5s, and I'm thinking going into this battle, I want to make sure that I maintain max banners. So I'm actually going to try and taunt with 5s a lot during this battle, because I'm not worried about him triggering sacrifice. Obviously the Boba Fett can ignore taunt, but he's only gear 12. So we immediately form up. I go for Boba Fett at the start. I know that I can't control the Bossk. He's going to be taunting. We just want to try and get to our first Rexolate as soon as possible to get the Bossk out of there. They go for my 5s, which is great. I save the heal for now because I don't need to heal up that small amount of lost protection. And he has unfortunately dispelled my taunt. I use the heal on Rex because I know that I want to keep my Rex at maximum protection. It's a lot easier for me to keep 5s at max protection because he's modded for defense, so he takes no damage. Again, we just want to make sure we're cleansing as much as possible. Shaak Ti's basic cleanses all the time. Got rid of Bossk's protection there, which is great. First Rexolate, obviously it doesn't kill him, but without his protection, he loses that 50% defense. So I just start trying to plow into him. We recover banners again on Rex over here. The retribution that we've got on 5's massively helping. Bossk is gone. Immediately start focusing on Boba Fett. Get rid of the retribution. Obviously, we are going to have to kill Boba twice, and he does keep on going for Rex, which is really frustrating, but we just Rexolate him. And as you can see in this position, 5's has got max protection. Rex is basically at max protection. We recover the remaining protection on Rex, and we're looking pretty sexy now. Like, this is a Gear 11 Greef Karga. He's not going to do nearly enough damage to a taunting 5's with all that defense. Look at that. Absolutely zero damage. I give the bonus turnover to 5's. We keep the taunt up. I get rid of the retribution from Greef Karga. He is obviously surprisingly tanky, considering his gear level, but most of that is from Bossk's leadership with the 50% extra defense while they have protection. All I know is he's not going to survive a Rexolate. 54 banners, max banners. I'll take that all day, every day. So we've only got fleet left, guys. And as we saw before, he had Home 1 and he had the Executrix fleets. Now, they're not tough fleets, but I again have to be thinking about banner efficiency. So I decided to go after the Executrix as the first fleet to take on. I thought that using the Malevolence with no reinforcements, because I want to try and maintain a high banner count, and Malevolence typically isn't great for banners. I thought it was better to use the Malevolence against Empire rather than using it against the Rebels, because the Rebels can cleanse those Buzz Droids so long as Millennium Falcon's out. I thought this was the smarter choice. So we immediately go after that TIE Bomber. We want to try and take him out as soon as possible. Unfortunately, he does kill our first Vulture Droid, so we lose some banners there for having lost a unit. But after this, we just cleanse our Hyena Bomber, focus down that Imperial TIE Bomber. I know he's going to die here, but I want to make sure before that ship takes a turn, I don't want him to bring in something to try and cleanse and heal up the ship. Immediately then we go after Vader, because Vader sucks. And he's got lots of defense, lots of offense. So he brings in the Slave 1. It's a poor idea to put Slave 1 on a defense, because he'll always be called out relatively high priority. So I just shred through him immediately. And then we land the stun on the TIE Fighter. Can't evade when you're stunned, guys. Boom. Decent banners. 65. I'll take, for a Malevolence, I'll definitely take 65 banners. So we've just got the Home 1 fleet now. I've got my R8 Kenobi ship. So I know I'm not going to lose this, but again, I'm constantly thinking about, let's try and get decent banner efficiency. So I'm thinking about what sort of lineup do I take here. I obviously want to take the BTLB Y-Wing to have some form of tank. Obviously want to have Anakin's ETA-2. The real decision is, what do I take in as the third? Do I go with 5's to make sure I try and get a big bop? Or do I go with Ahsoka to try and cleanse off any taunts, to try and just have a little bit of straight up single target offense? In the end, I decide I'm only going to take in 5's because I want to try and do an AoE bop. We're only going to have Plo Koon as our reinforcement to try and recover banners before we finish the match. We want to get that max health back, potentially get some max protection back as well. So we go into it, and I know immediately that we have to have at least a little bit of fortunate RNG. He is running a double tank lineup, which is less offense, but can screw us up, especially if that Y-Wing lands shield disruption. I decide I want to give the bonus TM from 5's basic to Biggs, because I would rather have him take this big hit and not cleanse anything, and then try and get it over here. Unfortunately, we land too many debuffs on the Y-Wing, so he just cleanses all that good stuff. He immediately goes for the shield disruption on my Y-Wing, but fortunate for us, we resist the debuff, which is great. So far, health and protection banners are looking okay. I decide to bring in Plo Koon to try and maximize our health and protection. 5's and Y-Wing are back up to max, and then we look to take out the Y-Wing. Unfortunately, he does get to the point where he gets a reinforcement off, and as it is Rebels, guys, he of course brings in the Phantom 2, so that means he's going to get double back-to-back reinforcements. Just cleansing up and adding a bit of bonus protection to our tank there, and yeah, we just have to wait for a cleanup, really. I'm hoping at this point we don't get many AoEs to try and strip our banners, because we're looking pretty healthy here. So I was hoping we'd have the AoE to swarm the Millennium Falcon. It dodges the basic from the ship, and obviously it's going to get another hit off there, and then we get the Ghost, and the Ghost does a bit of an assist over here, so we're losing more banners here. A little bit disappointing, but on the whole, we're looking pretty healthy. We get the big ultimate off, boom, 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 everything dies, and in the end, 67 banners, only lost 2 banners from protection. Honestly, I'll take that. I'll take that. So, to wrap that up, guys, we have a score of 2675, which is, it's an okay score. I didn't think it was fantastic, but the fact that he'd saved everything for offense had me a little bit concerned. And this is where we finished up, guys. So, he did use all of his good teams for offense. He did full clear me one shot, but we still managed to hold off with a 15 banner advantage, which I think is pretty significant. So I'm not sure where he lost his banners, but I can assume that the relatively tough defense that I placed on this front wall south here, with CLS, with DR, with Ray, probably tripped and slipped a lot of banners away from him. In the back wall, we had nothing particularly special. We did have a bit of a trap with the old Ben. We had Geos, and these two teams are kind of, yeah, Poggle lead with Django. I mean, if I had him at Relics, it'd be decent, but it's really just a gimme section. And up north, I tried something a little bit different here. I had no B1 here because I wanted to try my Nute with B1 over here in Sunfac, because my Nute is over 300 speed. The B1 doing the AoEs and taking forever to kill, the extortion, and the tank. I figured maybe that's got a little bit of viability. I want to see how well he did on it once the review stage is in. To see if it stripped banners. That's all it was there for. Again, Rolo with Han and Lando, it's not there to get a hold, guys. It's there to try and threaten. AoE damage, and revives. I was thinking, yeah, maybe we get something done. And then Mon Mothma here, when I had Geos in the south, it just kind of spreads his teams. Where does he use Vader? Where does he use Padme? Where does he use Traya? Just try to get a little bit of a trip up. Probably did absolutely nothing to him. And then GG always steals a little bit of banners, you know, unless he took in SLKR or something to solo it. And in the back section, our fleet was nothing special. You can see we did get a reinforcement, or well, actually we got all of our reinforcements out in the home one, so that probably sapped a lot of his banners. I put Houndstooth on the front wall for the defense there, just to try and make it last a little bit longer. There's a lot of damage that can be done on this team. And then he chewed through the home one defense, but I expected that because he had both of his get 2 fleets for offense. All in all, guys, I think that was a pretty good run. Pretty good run, another victory. 2-0 so far in this one. Let's hopefully get a good finish in the 3rd round. Alright guys, that's going to about do it. I had a lot of fun doing this video. I hope you guys liked watching it. If you like this new format for my overview of my GAC battles, do let me know in the comments section below. And please hit that like button to help spread the love of the Scribe Tribe and Smudge so he can take over and be world dominating as the GAC Whiskerer. So hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Check the links in the description. If you are not already following me on Twitch or Twitter or even joined my Discord channel, then what are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? Come join me now. We'll all have a good chinwag and everybody will enjoy themselves. Until the next video though, guys. Peace out. Just giving a quick shout out to my patrons. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And without your support, I wouldn't be doing this today. Thanks so much.